Hey guys, I'm Tom from Mr. Poolman. Today we're going to take a brown pool back to its clear normal state, going through a few of the processes that we need, step by step, what we're going to do and get that pool looking crystal clear again. Alright guys, so what I've done so far is I've just taken the cleaner out of the pool. So try to get anything that's floating or in the pool out of the pool. So the cleaner's out. I've gone into the skimmer basket here, emptied the skimmer basket, removed the vacuum plate as well. We want to make sure there's enough water flow going through the skimmer as much as possible. That's only going to help the filtration. So over here at the pump and filter, we had to clean a lot of the debris away. This pool was flooded, it was fully submerged. So be sure to check any of your equipment with an electrical just to make sure that everything's safe. We've done that. So from here, we know the pump's good. The filter is going to need cleaning, which we'll come back to shortly. The chlorinator is not working. So the chlorinator box was fully submerged, has caused some electrical faults within there. So we're going to look at replacing that, and that will come at a later video. All right guys, so you've got a cartridge filter here that needs to be cleaned. This pool is very dirty, very brown. So what you want to make sure you do is turn off any valves if they're required. If your pool's below water level, there may be valves you need to shut off. Make sure your pump's off. If you want to be sure, you can also disconnect your pump just to be 100% sure. From there, all cartridge filters will have a bleed valve at the top here. So you can bleed that at the top. You'll hear that air getting released into the tank. That's depressurizing the tank as we do this. Also from there, some brands have a locking mechanism. So unlock that mechanism and then turn the lock ring. This shouldn't be over tightened at all. It should be quite simple. It might be a little stiff if it hasn't been done for a while. Take the lid off. Remove the cartridge filter element. As you guys can see in there, it's super dirty. The pleats themselves are just absolutely caked. So what we'll do, we'll take that around the side, we'll give it a hose with a hose, rinse it out and get it back in the system. All right guys, so here we're just going up and down, trying to get in between the pleats. So getting all that debris out of the filter pleats. As you can see, it's coming out. The filter's still actually in quite good condition. So definitely just needs a good clean. Always start from the top down and just work your way through the pleats. Now you're not going to be able to get everything out. You want to try and get the majority of it out. This is going to help filter the water a whole lot better when we get it back in that filter, add some chemicals and definitely help that filtration process. All right guys, so we've cleaned the filter cartridge. As you can see, looks way better than when we pulled it out. Certainly going to help that pool get nice and clear. From here, it's just as simple as replacing it as we pulled it out. So straight back into the canister. You'll feel it find its spigot there. Spigot on the top as well. Help locate that center filter and then lid back on. Now this should just be as simple as dropping it in place and screwing it up. There's no need to put excessive pressure on there or beating it with a hammer or anything like that. Straight on, there'll be 3 clicks and then back half a turn and your locking tab will lock in. That's applicable for the Astral filters. And then from there, plug your pump back in, turn it on, and you want to have your bleed valve, your air bleed valve open, ready just to screw up as that water fills the tank. Now, did I screw the lid on? All right guys, so now what we're going to do, we'll change the filter. Everything over in the system's running as best as possible. Today we're going to keep it super simple, just some chlorine and some acid, not overcomplicate it. You can see the pool is black, so we just start with the 2 basics, make some changes in the pool water. Today we'll add the chlorine and the acid. I'm using super strength black spot remover. It's like a 70% chlorine rather than the liquid chlorine, just for the time being, just to really give it a good hit. And then we'll come back in a few more days. We'll make some adjustments with the other chemicals that are needed, and then we'll give the pool a vacuum.